Ezra Sullivan took his first breath on a snowy morning, January 1st, 1900, under the copper eaves of a Brooklyn brownstone that rattled whenever the elevated train clattered by. His mother called him "my new century baby," but she never suspected the century would never quite leave him. When Ezra was 16, he caught the same influenza that stole his father. Fever burned through his neighborhood. Coffins lined the stoops like grim packages. Ezra's fever broke and never came back. He healed too fast, too completely. Bullet wounds in the trenches of the Great War knitted shut before the medics arrived. By 1920, he realized what it meant. He was stuck on Earth like a bookmark no one could remove. At first, it felt like winning every coin toss. He could leap from barn roofs, box prize fighters twice his size, drive a Model T into a ditch and walk away laughing, jazz clubs and flappers, speakeasies humming with forbidden gin. Ezra danced through them all, knowing tomorrow couldn't hurt him. Immortality, he soon learned, is less about not dying than about watching the world molt. By 1932, his best friend Tommy was buried under Dust Bowl soil. By 45, squad mates who'd shared his foxhole lay beneath white crosses in Normandy. Ezra never aged beyond 35, yet photographs betrayed him. A fresh face appearing decade after decade beside wrinkling lovers and graying friends. He tried wandering to outrun suspicion. Chicago blues halls, Havana waterfronts, a Paris atelier peppered with existentialists. Time always caught him. People whispered behind his back, "Looks just like his grandfather." Ezra practiced gentle exits, a forged birth certificate here, a faked mountain climbing accident there. A century's stillness offered advantages. Ezra learned languages the way others collected stamps. Russian on the Trans-Siberian, Yoruba from a Lagos playwright, JavaScript in a San Francisco garage where the internet smelled like solder and burnt coffee. But his grandest skill became listening. "Tell me a story I've never heard," he would say, notebook open, whether to a Harlem poet or a lunar mission engineer. Mortality, he discovered, makes storytellers of everyone. Immortality makes a library of one man. He married once in 1957 to a radiantly stubborn school teacher named Lillian. Ezra confessed the truth on their Coney Island honeymoon. "I will not age with you." She married him anyway, built 52 Julys and 51 Decembers by his side, and died at 83 beneath a quilt of postcards he'd written her from every trip she couldn't take. Ezra did not attend her funeral. He stood beneath the chapel's stained glass window until the mourners left, then placed one more postcard atop her casket. "See you in every sunrise." The 21st century dazzled and troubled him in equal measure. He saw phones shrink and minds narrow, oceans rise and ice dwindle. Children marched for a cooler planet. Ezra marched with them, cardboard sign aloft. "I've been here since 1900. Trust me, we need change." His face trended on social media for a day. Vintage cosplayer goes viral before the tide of novelty rolled on. Perfect. New Year's Eve, 2099. Ezra watched fireworks bloom over a regenerating Amazon canopy, nanobot grown, neon blue, and breathing again. A century clicked over, same as the last. Somewhere, a baby cried its first immortal or not cry. Ezra smiled, unafraid of the next 100 years, certain only of this: the world would keep molting, and he would keep reading its pages. What Ezra knows life is less about length than depth. A year lived awake beats 50 slept through on autopilot. Every goodbye is a rehearsal for the next hello. Loss hurts, but so does refusing to love. Curiosity is the antidote to eternity. The moment you stop asking questions, immortality becomes a prison cell. On quiet nights, Ezra still walks Brooklyn's riverside, hands in coat pockets, humming a jazz refrain from a club bulldozed 8 decades ago. If you pass him, ageless grin, eyes full of histories, you might hear him whisper to the East River's moonlit ripples, "Here's to the next sunrise and the stories it brings."